Hello, good morning, BSN. Excuse me. Pleasure to see you today. I hope you're having a great day. It's Thursday. We're just getting ready to roll into the week and get after it. Most of us are in here that we are either taking over into our secondary jobs and careers and businesses, trying to do that side hustle after our main job, or we are those busy professionals that are working the weekend. But if you're one of the lucky few that get to kick your feet back and put your feet in the pool, I hope you have a great weekend. I have an amazing guest with me today. You see this gentleman quite frequently in the business sales and networking group. He's bringing a lot of value, a lot of business information. I am somebody that is paying attention to it, and I hope you are as well. Andre Serraile, let me introduce you. Please say hello to the group.
How you doing? Andre Serraile here.
I appreciate you taking a few minutes with me this morning to just let us get to know you a little bit. We see you giving some outstanding value within the group, talking about business engagement, business relationship management. You know, why don't you tell us a little bit about you, where you come from, and tell us what got you into really understanding and going into business development.
Well, first of all, I actually grew up here in Las Vegas. I am a native. I came out here roughly when I was about 5 years old. So went to high school and everything. My parents, my dad was in the Air Force, and he came out here. I think he just done about 4 years in Vietnam. My mom graduated from college and she came out here, became a high school teacher. And I just, my parents just liked it. Usually my roots are in Louisiana. My parents are both from Louisiana, and we just liked it and we stayed. So as I progressed, finished high school, very active in, and I think that's why you see me doing a lot of stuff, because when I was in high school, I was like lead trumpet player in my high school band, starting from a sophomore year. I was in 4 or 5 bands. Rehearsed every day. Not only that, I participated in senior cabinet, junior cabinet, boys state, a tour guide group, a cultural group. You know, I actually excelled in participating in all-state honor band, city honor band, all-state soul ensemble, the regional soul ensemble that was here in Las Vegas, Nevada, played at UNLV. So I've done a lot of stuff, but what actually influenced me to go into business was I used to pick up stuff. I used to collect things. I used to do things like, you know, my first exercise was, we had a little fundraiser. So I had these 10 candles. So if I sold these 10 candles, I'll get this neat little polo shirt that has my high school band logo on it and stuff. So I remember going to like maybe 100, almost 200 homes, and I sold those candles. But when you're a kid, you don't think about it, you know? So what it is now, you know, we come up to our age that now we're dealing with all this stuff, we're fighting with ourselves. So I had somebody tell me, Andre, you're going to be I don't know who it was. I was maybe 13 years old. And somebody said, you're going to be a businessman. I'm like, why? He said, you see opportunity in everything. And I was always doing stuff like that. So, of course, another thing that moved me into being a businessman was my trumpet mentor, my teacher. He said, whatever you do, don't major in music. I'm like, why? You know, I was like almost geared toward that. And he said, no, do something different. So, because he told me in the music industry, entertainment industry, it's like feast or famine. He said, do something else. And this is from a guy that's actually telling you he's still around too. He opens up for Lady Gaga when Lady Gaga comes in town. I mean, that's how great a trumpet player is. And he's a long track.
Telling you not to do that and really springboarding you into business, right?
Yeah, exactly. So, and I took his word for it, and I'm glad that you know, I still play, but I'm just glad that I play because I can and not because I have to. And so
I really enjoy it. I was in the band myself, you know, going from 3rd grade on up, and I was a trombone player, valve trombone, so very similar instrument to the trumpet, but it takes a lot of dedication to do that. And so I can see where you get your drive from, you know what I mean? You're putting that practice in, putting in that consistency. because we can see that within what you're doing in the group. And that's why I really think the value that you're giving is so outstanding. You're somebody that has been there and done that and done it from a young age, right?
Yeah. It's just, I finally decided to launch myself. And so, like I said, when I went to college, and like I said, go to college, I wish I would have known that, college is just something that everybody does to become an employee. And, but I did major in, I majored in business. And because I wanted to know about business. So, basically I could have just went to the library and started reading books on business, because I've heard there's a lot of people that they didn't even go to college. Some people quit college. Bill Gates quit college. Zuckerberg quit college like in his first year. But, it really doesn't matter. It's just, where you want to go and how you're going to get there. And
I have never heard anybody say that college is, say that one more time. College is where you go to become an employee.
Yeah, you're actually scripted. The education system is actually scripting you by design and there's a long story, a backstory behind that, but I believe that slowly but surely, in the beginning, this country was entrepreneurs, but slowly, the powers that be, said we need to change that and make people consumers rather than producers. And so it was, you're told that that's what you have to do. And now my parents didn't say you're going to be this or that. My mom taught high school. She was college educated. She's actually the first out of my mom's family that, and still the only right now. None of my aunts, my uncles, I don't think they ever went to school, went to college, but of course I had a military background, because my dad was in the Air Force. Before that, the Navy. I had uncles that one was a Marine Recon. Yeah, it was a Marine.
Shout out to our military members out there. I'm ex-military. I always thumbs up for our military. 100%.
Definitely. Air Force. Ultimately, I was influenced from my dad. I became a United States Army officer in the Armor Division. My brother was also in the Army. He was he was a combat engineer. My sister was in the Air Force also. All three of us became Air Force, military officers, and graduated from college, which was really unheard of, because they never said, my parents said, look, I don't care what you do. My dad, I remember saying it, if you want to be a garbage truck driver, be the best garbage truck driver there, that's out there. Have pride in your work.
And that is just true love. And that's honest. Take pride in your work. And a parent's love is just, hey, do what you love, right? And do it to the best that you can be. That's amazing.
Exactly. So they never said, you're going to do this, you're going to be a lawyer. I mean, I wanted to be a lawyer and an airline pilot. That's what I wanted to do when I was real young. That's what it was.
Hey, those are great aspirations. So let's talk about what you do. What do you, I know you're a real estate agent, but you do dabble in a lot of different things. So please tell us a little bit about your business.
Okay, actually, initially I became a realtor because I started looking into becoming a real estate investor. And I was influenced to say, hey, become a realtor and you know the ins and outs. And I come to find out, as a realtor, it's an advantage if you're an investor, because you don't have to pay the commission, selling or buying. And I was like, well, great. And then I found out how much I can make if I sold a house, list a house, or help somebody buy a house. Oh, that's even great. They can help me get the capital, And I said, but then I fell in love with the fact that being a real estate agent is somebody that's pretty much being an agent for the state, that we're supposed to serve the clients. And we have and there's a lot of people that they're real estate agents, but they're about the money, and it comes out. And but when you just serve, things comes natural to you. And like I said, it's a challenge, because that's what happened to me when I was in high school. For example, I came in, I was a nobody, playing second chair, freshman, and then I actually got involved with some extracurricular work with another group in my high school. And that actually prepared me. And I walked into lead trumpet. As a lead trumpet player, I became a lead chair from my sophomore year till I graduated from high school. Nobody took my chair. But the thing was, I believed in me, you know, and even though when I was challenged for my chair, I still I actually have beat one guy out. And anyway, so I just transferred that into what I'm doing now. And what happened was I evolved into becoming what I deem myself as a business relationship specialist. And my team and I, we put individuals in contact with products, resources, and services to achieve even more success in life and business. And so not only I'm a realtor, serving the community, got heavily involved into telling people that they have to learn how to build a relationship with people. And and if you just, I've been posting it a lot. I have a media site called Andre360.com. And there's certain tools that I use that I'm promoting that I believe that will help people not only just say, hey, this is what I do. These tools that I have help you connect to your customers, and they will appreciate you. You show appreciation to them. They talk about what you do to other people. You know, you're not on the money trail or anything like that. They know that you're honest and genuine. So, and on top of that, as a result, I actually was doing some training, online training, and a guy said, hey, we're looking for people that want to become an author. And I was like, well, why not? So I said, well, whatever. So I just took the shot, and they called me the next day to set up an interview and said, hey, we went through about 1,000 apps, and you just stood out. We believe you have a story. And I was like, yeah, we want you to author a book with us. I'm like, great, really? He said, yeah. So I ended up with a book. I don't know if you can see, it's probably backwards.
Yeah, absolutely. And I also tagged below Andre 360.
Right. Okay. So my book is called Beyond Success with Andre Serraile, and in my story, and there's other stories of people that came across challenges, and they overcome them, and some of them had a setback, and some had to reconnect their commission or their mission, reinvent themselves. And in my story, it just basically tells you how I am so relentless, because my parents, they were relentless. They lived in a small town, and it rubbed off on me because my dad spent 4 years in the Navy, about 18 years in the Air Force, put my mom through college. And at the time, my mom already had 3 kids, me, my brother, and my sister. I was staying with my grandmother. My father was in Thailand working on the flight line, sending money back to my mom. She was in college. So it's like bing, bing, bing. We were separate. And, it just showed me that, hey, there's no excuses, because they didn't want to go back to where they were from, because the town that they were at, it still hasn't changed at all. It's still, people just stay there. And at the time, there's some elements out there.
Still have some success no matter what.
Right.
Absolutely. Let me ask you a question. When you're talking about a business relationship specialist, obviously as a real estate agent, people looking to buy or sell homes want to connect with you. I did put Andre360.com in the comments down below, so please connect there. Come back and also let us know how we can get that book from you. But we want to know who you can help the most. Who is the person out there or the business that you can connect with that you can get the most value?
Actually, I can actually help everybody the most, because one of my, the forte, my mission, as you can tell, I could probably be a motivational speaker, and that's why I would love to do that too. But my mission is entrepreneurship. My mission is to make everybody realize, and I'm not saying people should quit their job, but they should get in some form of entrepreneurship, because there's other things, there's tax advantages too, and a lot of people feel like they can't do anything. And as we know, in 2020, that really woke up everybody, and especially in the business area. So now what I'm trying to impose on people, let people know the value of using social media. social media is very, very important because it was stated that if people can't find your business on the internet, you're sure going to be out of business. So my forte is some of the tools that I'm using is helping people show value. And my major tip is to let people know, if you have a Facebook page, you have any type of social media, just posting your business is not, people are going to go right across your business. You need to post stuff of value. Like if you go to my Facebook page, all my social media, you see, posts, you see me doing lives. Lives is just the freest thing you can do to get yourself noticed. And I know a lot of people are not doing any lives. So there's other tools, social media. This here is the TV right now. This is where people are buying stuff, people looking for homes, everything. The millennials, these are your next customers. And people are so scared to get, that's the thing, people are so scared to get on. And that's what I'm doing now, taking every opportunity to let people know, let your voice be heard, let your face, because people don't buy your stuff, they buy you.
That's it.
And
you do a great job of that. Let me give you hats off. I don't have the hat on, but I do see you putting the rubber to the road. I see you out there doing your lives, giving great content. I know Ben and I did quite a few of those. I got tired of looking at myself on camera, but I love seeing the value that you're bringing, very concise nuggets of just great targeted info. And that's what you're talking about. You're showing that you're an expert in what you're talking about, building that trust and showing people, hey, this is what you do. I'm doing exactly what I'm telling you to do. And I have a lot of respect for that.
Okay.
Absolutely. I just wanted to let you know, me to you. Also, growing up young and getting out there, I thought that was fantastic. I think people are born with that ability from a young age, even though people can develop it, but people have that knack to connect with people and to really get that, have that empathetic ear and be able to connect with people very easily. So hats off to you on that, my friend. And I really appreciate spending a few minutes getting to know you today. I hope everybody here in the BSN, we had a lot of people that joined us. We got a lot of people still watching. Ben was in here. We got Vegas on air. Carol, Neil, thank you all for joining us. But if you have not connected with Andre, I please encourage you to do so. Andre360.com is the best way to get started. And Andre, please take us out of here as we go off our live. And I just wanted to thank you again for showing up here. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Maddie. It's an honor and pleasure to be in BSN. I just want to, again, I can't really overemphasize the fact that people will, once people see who you are and you're on your live, and you do it, I do it, we all go to the internet, we investigate people, we check out all their social medias, stuff like that. And what makes you stand out is your social media. People will go for the person that has the nice profile. As you know, if you go to any of my social media, you'll see the same picture me smiling,
Yep.
And it does stand out.
Thumbs up or the heart, right?
Exactly, and I have the sign. It's all branding. It's all branding. If you get your brand out there, you stand out. And the bottom line is this: when you show yourself professional, you're looking good, then people will like you, know you, and then they'll trust you and they'll contact you. So I implore everybody to update put the same profile. I don't care what it is. If just use the same face on all your images, use the same image on all your social media. And like I said, I can go on and on about that, but just go to my Facebook page, and there's always nuggets of stuff that put out there. And also, like I said, my book, you can find it on Andre360.com. Just go to Andre360.com and click on book, and it'll say get my book, and it takes you right to where you can order my book.
Right on. Awesome. Everybody, thank you so much for joining us. Andre, again, appreciate you taking the time and letting us get to know a little bit more about you. Everybody, go ahead and connect at Andre360, and we will talk to you soon. Have a great one, everyone, and slay the day.
Thank you, Maddie.
Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.
All right. Bye-bye.